Alright folks, Scooby here, back with a video. And you know, if you know me, when I put a video out, I like to share facts in that video. So this video is going to be a bit of wow, because I am going to prove to you that our good buddy here, Freddy Fraud, and OG Kenobi, and Wake Now, are nothing but emotional scammers on YouTube. Apparently, if you do something for free, it means you're a good person or you're honest, that you can be trusted. Well, folks, I'm about to show you now that that is not the case. You're going to want to sit tight, buckle up, and get your screen recorders ready. Because you're going to want to save this video, because I got a feeling that my good buddy here, Freddy the Fraud, or OG, or one of their socks, will copyright this video. Anyhow, it doesn't matter because it'll be uploaded in many different places. So let's get started. Why are we here, folks? Simple. FKN Freddy, the 12th of April, that's the 26th of April today, uploaded a video called The Memorial Casey's Rock. That video was privated or unlisted, and a link was dropped for a few friends. It's interesting to see who the links were dropped for, who replied, etc., etc. You know. Anyhow, in this video here, Freddy clearly states this should not be shared with the truth community. Most are fake clowns that I have no respect for. Well, Freddy, you know what? You're going to have a bit more respect for me by the time this finishes. So, there's a good reason why this video wasn't to be shown around everybody, and the simple reason is, folks, it's absolutely bullshit, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Basically, he did this video where he's walking around the park, placing plaques, etc., etc., and yeah, for some kid called Casey. It turns out the kid is a child that went missing many moons ago. There's nothing to, I believe, from other people's research, there's no evidence that it was a child that was abused. It was basically an abduction, and I believe the case is still open as a missing person. But that's neither here nor there. So Freddy went round this park with a plaque, and I'm going to show you what he done. Okay, folks, this is Freddy here. He's walking up to the waterfall where he's placed this plaque, etc., and he's basically talking about it. I'll show a brief clip of it so people get a basic idea of what's going on.
They're like, this is how cool this thing is, right? Little kids can come back here, on a waterfall, little fort. A bunch of neat stuff, right? It's pretty skinny. It's for kids.
And so he's walking up the stairs, and he gets up the top of it, etc., and he looks over the edge, and if you look to the center, just off to the right hand side, you see a bit of rock sticking out, and you'll notice a silver plaque, stainless steel.
Son actually likes coming up here quite a bit himself, and when he's in town. I'll show you something. gotta get down here. Now the problem.
And there you go. There's the plaque. It says this memorial is dedicated to all children affected by abuse. You will always have a voice. You will always be remembered. Now, initially I was like, yeah, you know what? So what? It looks a bit cheesy. It's a bit cheap ass, but you know he's done something. And then I took a better look at it, and I was like, what did he chew a bit of bubble gum and just stick it to the back of this and put it up there? I mean, this isn't emblazed into a rock or countersunk or anything like that. There, it's just a bit of freaking stainless steel put on stuck to a rock, you know. And it says about abuse, and you know, when as I said, when you look into this Casey person child, this is a child that was abducted, not abused, not murdered, as OG claimed. It's still a missing case, missing child, and the case is still open as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, so I stand open to be corrected, and will quite happily put out a retraction if that's the case. I've relied on somebody else's research for that, folks, because I was researching other things, as you're going to find out. So this was what the whole big deal was about. Initially, I was like, okay, and I'll just give us a wee pause. Okay, folks, you're going to hear OG now talk about this, and he's going to tell a few truths according to him. And it's important that you listen to what he says here, but I will point it out afterwards in case you've missed that there. So I'll hit play here for a wee moment so you can hear the nonsense. You will notice a bit of Jupiter delight on this guy's face. He can hardly keep his face straight as he's talking about this, and then of course he gets all deep and emotional. So here we go.
Enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed watching it. Brings back a lot of shit memories, but very, very proud of Freddy for doing that. I know he's had the plaque for a little while, which makes it all the more, well, has made it all the more difficult having to wait to make this video, but I know that people are busy, stuff like that, and obviously with stuff like this you have to get permission from councils and stuff as well. You can't just go around smacking these things about everywhere. But this case is rock. There's a young girl, I believe, from Canada who was viciously abused and lost her life because of that.
Okay, folks, you heard he had to get permission. You can't just go walking about slapping plaques all around the place. And that is the most honest thing he says in this entire video, and I'm going to prove it. You may also notice he mentioned about the child being viciously abused. More lies, as far as I'm aware. But I'm more than happy to stand to be corrected. Anyway, let's get back to the meat and veg of this. Okay, folks, this next part is basically the video that OG had up. He has now taken it down, it's not available. And it shows you the comment section, the dislike section. I actually disliked the video at the time because, well, whenever I come back and saw it, I was like, wow, once I learned the truth. And you'd dislike the video too, once you realize what's went on here. So I'll let you go ahead and read some of these comments that people have left behind, etc. Because, wow, just fucking wow. The realest thing he's seen on YouTube. What was that? Freddy's a man with integrity. Fuck. This is all going to be blown out of the water, folks. This is going to be epic. And there's the comments. I'm going to pause that here. Uh, You know, when I first saw this memorial, I smiled and cried at the same time. Never did I doubt that Freddy would go back on his word, or you, OG, or Wake. I totally get why Freddy wanted this vid to be private and seen by a chosen few, and it's the same reason you both want to wash your hands off this platform. I'm so very honoured to call all three of you my friends. So glad we met despite being in a swamp. Some positive things have happened, blah, blah, blah. And that beautiful plaque in Casey Stone is a testament to that. That's where my focus will be, in the good outweighing the bad in the end. Big bear hugs to you guys. Can't thank you enough. You made this cynical old lady have faith in the good guys fighting back and winning. Okay, and below here she leaves a comment saying, please tell your friends who made the plaque, who cut and placed the rock, and all those involved in making the memorial, a huge thank you. You know, such a tragic event, and it is such a that child being abducted, going missing, never returning home is such a tragic event. I won't deny that there, and I think it is absolutely outrageous that this poor child has been used by Freddy and OG and these people for a fucking LARP, just so they can keep on attacking Honeybee over this whole Archangel nonsense, which would never have happened if I hadn't caught Mr. Count. Anyway, here we go. There's your wee comments, and I'm going to start showing some little proofs, but that's going to be in part two because, well, I don't want to make this too long, folks. It's already 12 minutes, and people normally don't have the staying power. Come back for part two, where you will find out the real truth.